Welcome to Cora's podcast for mechanical service company owners and operators. We share practical ways to lead with trust, respect, and ownership, so your technicians stay motivated and committed for the long run. Let's get started.
Today, we're digging into something maybe unexpected. How your company's data policies, the IT stuff, might actually be pushing your best people out the door.
Yeah, it often comes down to this really useful model, the autonomy versus information access grid. It's a simple 2x2.
Right, a 2x2. So one axis is autonomy, basically. How much independence managers want their teams to have.
Exactly. And the other axis, the vertical one, that's information access. How much data, how much transparency are you actually providing? And that part, that's largely an IT decision, isn't it? Budget, tools, implementation.
Absolutely. It's not just, wanting to share info. You need the tech infrastructure to make it happen smoothly, reliably. So our mission today is to kind of walk through the 4 zones this grid creates. We'll focus first on the 3 zones where, interestingly, it's the most capable employees who tend to leave.
Right. Let's start with probably the worst one, the paralyzed zone. This is where you've got low autonomy and low information access.
The classic command and control setup.
Precisely. You're micromanaged. You get only the absolute minimum data you need to, follow the orders you're given.
And I bet there's pretty much zero opportunity for growth there, right? You're just a cog.
That's it. No room to grow professionally or career-wise. So smart, ambitious people, they see the writing on the wall and they get out fast. They know they're just order takers.
Okay, so paralyzed is bad. What's next? I'm looking at the second zone. Shackled. That sounds almost worse.
Emotionally, maybe it is. See, shackled is low autonomy, like paralyzed, but paired with high information access.
Oh, wait. So they have the data. They can see what's going on.
Exactly. They often have enough information to see exactly where the problems are, where the inefficiencies lie, how things could be improved because, the data's right there.
But they can't do anything about it because management is still in that do-as-you're-told mode.
You got it. They're essentially shackled by that rigidity. They have the insights, the knowledge.
But no power to act.
Wow. Okay, I could see how that would lead to massive frustration. It's not a lack of knowing. It's a lack of trust or flexibility from the top.
Intense frustration. Yeah, and high turnover follows, naturally. Which brings us to the third quitting zone, frustrated. Now, this one flips the script a bit.
Okay, how so?
This is high autonomy, but low information. So managers say they want people to be independent, to take initiative.
Which sounds good.
Right, but they don't provide the tools. They don't give them the necessary information access, the data transparency needed to actually make those independent decisions effectively.
That's tricky. Why would that happen?
Yeah.
If you genuinely want autonomy, wouldn't you want to provide the info? Is it like just forgetting, or is it a cost thing?
Yeah.
Cutting corners on IT?
Well, the sources we looked at suggest it's often a kind of assumption error. Management thinks, they're smart, they'll figure it out, or maybe they underestimate the need for specific data tools.
So they set high expectations, but without the foundation to meet them. People appreciate the trust, the independence, sure, but they end up feeling set up to fail because they just don't have what they need. And again,
they leave. They go find somewhere that actually supports the autonomy it claims to offer.
Okay, so that's 3 zones. Paralyzed, shackled, frustrated, all leading to talent drain, especially top talent.
Correct. Which finally brings us to the sweet spot, the zone you want to be in, empowered. And that means high autonomy and high information access.
The ideal combination.
This is where you get true distributed decision-making. It requires managers who genuinely trust their teams, and it requires the technology backbone to support that high level of constant information flow. Everyone can basically act like an owner.
And the benefits listed here seem huge. Loyalty goes up, obviously.
Yes, significantly, which immediately takes a load off HR, right? Less recruiting, less onboarding.
And that lower turnover means you actually build deep knowledge within the team. It doesn't just walk out the door every year or two. It's exactly right. Plus, with all that shared information, staff are equipped to actually optimize their own work, find efficiencies.
Which frees up time for more innovation, thinking bigger picture.
And, crucially, customer care improves too. Think about it. The person dealing with a customer has the data, has the authority to make the best decision right then and there. No, let me check with my manager.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference to the customer experience. So, okay, we've mapped the grid. What's the big takeaway here for you listening?
I think the core lesson is pretty straightforward, really. You can't expect people to be autonomous, to fly solo, if you haven't given them the tools, the The wings, basically.
The autonomy and the information access, they have to match up. You need both.
It has to be a matched set. One without the other just creates problems, as we've seen.
So we want to leave you with the question that our source material kind of ends on. Take a moment and think honestly, where is your team or maybe your whole company on this chart right now?
And maybe more pointedly, what's one specific IT decision, could be big, could be small, maybe just unlocking access to a key report or a database that you could push for right now to move your team even just one step closer to that empowered zone.
Something to think about.
That's the end of today's episode. Thanks for listening. Share these tips with your colleagues and remember to visit ucora.com for more on building motivated, long-lasting teams.